This is when I actually got a little bit scared and I was trying not to freak out. Chances are you clicked on this video because of me losing my mucus plug, so I don't want to keep you waiting. Let's talk about it. Yay, we are 30 weeks pregnant and so much has happened since I hit my third trimester. So I want to hear what eventful milestone you hit because there is nothing like sharing the excitement with another pregnant lady. So I want to be your pregnant lady friend. So the most dramatic thing happened. I lost my mucus plug. Not once, but twice. All in the same week. This happened, I believe, actually when I had just turned 29 weeks. So I was actually just finishing filming the video that I'd last uploaded about my 29-week pregnancy update, and I was getting ready to leave for church. So I go to the bathroom, and when I wipe, there is a substance that looks like mucus. And at that point, I was like, this is not discharge. This must be my mucus plug. Luckily, there was no blood, so I wasn't super concerned, but I went and I looked it up and I was like, yes, 100% this is my mucus plug. So I ended up, sending my OB a message just because I wanted to let her know and left it at that. Fast forward 6 days later, it happens again. This is when I actually got a little bit scared and I was trying not to freak out because I didn't want to freak my husband out and I just wanted to remain calm and let the peace of God just overtake me. I go to the bathroom and I feel something ejecting my body and I look down and it is literally pieces of tissue. That is the way that I can best describe it without sounding graphic. It was nothing like the first time. The first time it was textbook mucus plug. It looked like mucus. It looked egg white consistency, very straightforward. This time, I did not know what that was. Trigger warning, if I wasn't as far along in my pregnancy as I was, if this was in the very early weeks, I think I would have thought I had a miscarriage. Obviously, this is the size of this is a viable baby at this point at 30 weeks. So at this point, I am looking down at the toilet, and like I said, I'm trying not to freak myself out. And then I just decide I'm gonna call my husband into the bathroom because I don't want to deal with this alone. So I call him in. I'm like, I don't know what this is, and I am also bleeding, and it's not fresh blood, so that helped keep me calm. I could tell that it was older blood because fresh blood is like a bright red, older blood looks more brown. So I was reassured that it wasn't anything that was going on at the moment. I had already been feeling baby kicking. Everything outside of this weird thing was normal. So at that point, I feel comfortable going to bed. So I go to sleep, and in the morning, I go to the bathroom, and I am still bleeding, which has never happened. But again, it was still old blood. So I was just like, yeah, this has never happened. I feel pretty okay, but at the same time, I don't know if this is completely normal. My husband ends up leaving to wash the car, I believe. So I'm home alone and I just decide I'm gonna call labor and delivery because when I last messaged my midwife, she said if this happens again, call us, and then if we are closed, then call labor and delivery. So because it was a weekend, I had to call labor and delivery. So I call and I tell them everything that has happened. They're noting it down and they walk me through a series of questions.
So we can keep watching, and if you feel like there's more discharge or, like I said, any of those things, bleeding, contractions, or leaking of fluid, then we should have you come in. And when I say bleeding, I'm talking like red blood, like
yeah,
period,
like fresh
that,
blood, yeah.
right? Yeah. But you're right. That brown discharge is probably just some old blood, and it could have been your mucus plug or more of it. You know.
Okay.
But just you can call us back at any time if things change.
Okay.
But those are the things to look out for.
Okay.
Fluid, action, bleeding, decreased fetal movement. If you're like, I don't feel baby moving. But yeah, the mucus plug, it can happen, and it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to go into labor right away.
Yeah.
Not without contractions.
Correct, yeah. Okay, so as long as... So as long as it's not fresh blood, even if it's a little bit of light, old blood that I'm still releasing, that's not concerning.
Yeah, because you had a little bit last week and then some today, so it's not like you're continuously having it either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, old blood and mucus is it can be normal. You can have some more discharge, especially in pregnancy. So, and as your cervix, everything's happening, you're still super early for anything to happen, though.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep an eye on it. It's also your first pregnancy.
After talking to them, I honestly felt pretty reassured. I wasn't super concerned. I was just following my body's intuition, and everything was pointing to baby is fine. He is thriving, and this is just one of those weird pregnancy things. And I already know that my next appointment was coming up in a few days, which is going to be tomorrow, actually. So I'm definitely going to talk to the midwife about it and maybe get a cervical check just to see like if anything weird is happening, but I will also leave that up to her and see if that's even recommended, because I'm really trying not to get too many cervical checks. So we'll see what happens. I will update you all later on that. So now that that's out of the way, I can power through the rest of the things that have changed since the third trimester started. So I started getting Braxton Hicks probably at like week 28 maybe, and I wasn't sure what was happening. It really started when I was really full and then going on a walk after, and I'm like, is this just like pressure from my stomach being really like constricted, if that makes sense? Because from what I've heard, they typically last a pretty long time, like 30 seconds to a minute, and mine are only for like maybe 5 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds, if that. So I'm pretty sure they're Braxton Hicks, because it is like a tightening. It's not uncomfortable, it's not painful, it just kind of feels like pressure. But at this point, I'm basically experiencing it every day, which I know part of that is dehydration. I'm actually doing a lot better with staying hydrated, but yeah, I know Braxton Hicks are also just normal part of pregnancy. Sciatic pain has officially made its debut. Actually, sciatic pain started really early pregnancy for me. Like, I remember when we went to Kona for our anniversary, I have a vlog on it. I was already like limping part of the way, which I never had sciatic pain that I recall, but I experienced it then. This week, it was like real bad. I would literally be unable to move until I mentally prepared myself to just go through the pain of getting up. But it's a shooting pain going down the lower back, through your butt, cheek, and down your leg. Sometimes I have it just from like my knee down to my calf. It's really odd. It's on and off, honestly. It doesn't happen every day, but there were like 3 consecutive days where I was just in pain. So one thing that they recommend is going on a walk, and I have been trying to go on walks just in general, but now I just have to take really short steps, because if I try to walk too fast, I can feel it. I feel the pain, the sciatic pain. So now I have, instead of wanting to like go on a brisk walk, I just make sure that I go on a walk, and as soon as I start to walk a little bit faster, I start to feel it. So then that's a reminder for me to slow down. One of the most exciting things is feeling a shift in baby's movement. So now it's like crazy. I can like feel his body. I think he's still breech. Like, I will put my hands on my stomach, and I feel like the top of his head and like the ends of his feet. It is the craziest thing. Like, just to feel like I am holding my baby even though he's still inside me is really crazy. Definitely an eventful start to the 3rd trimester, and I'm going to be doing weekly updates, God willing. So definitely subscribe if you want to go through this pregnancy journey together. If there is any particular topic you want me to cover or video you want me to do, and just let me know. I literally just went shopping again, and I have a lot of maternity stuff that I bought, so I'm gonna try and film that soon, so that might be the next video. I am super grateful that you came and hung out with me. You can follow me on social media. I'm more active on Instagram. You can follow me at Mrs. Coconut Mommy. I would love to get to know you. It'll be linked down in the description below. Say hi to me. God bless you and your babies, and I will see you next time. Bye.